All right, so this is how we start our day. I'm gonna say the magic words. Chaos, you ready to go to the shop? Let's go to the shop, buddy. Come on. Whee! He's like, all right, it's shop day. Time to get on the table and saddle. Figure I'd get a good before shot so you guys can see how bad the muck and grime grunge buildup is. So I'll get to cleaning all this, get the table separated from the saddle, and at that point I'll probably bring you guys back. Hopefully there won't be any surprises. Hopefully the waves look good. If they're not, then I hope they're not as bad as the bedways over there. But we'll see. Well, I've made pretty good progress. Looking at the, what do you call this, underside of the waves. They look pretty good. They're basically what I expected to find, you know. I've already scrubbed them and stoned them. You can see a few high spots here where there were some burrs. I don't know if you can hear that or not. So this would be going towards the spindle of the machine. So this would be like the front of the table. It's got more wear here than there. I guess when you always got a lot of your work up here in the front. Plus the table always moving forward. But what I'm working on now is, so this is where the way wipers were. Got them unscrewed, except it was missing on this one. And let me get a light here. Oh, both the bolts are broken out. So I'm doing the old weld a washer on and weld a nut. And looks like this one's coming out. So that's good. Hopefully the other one won't be just as easy. But it probably helps that it's just cast too. I'll get in the small stuff done. Once I get these out, then I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and lift this off and we'll flip it over, and hopefully we won't find any hidden issues. There's no access to this box here, so it's got to be from the underside, so I can figure out what's going on here, because this is the table engagement, and as you can see, it doesn't do anything. I mean, it's not moving at all. So I'm wondering if there's a set of half nuts in here or something, but something's broken. So we can investigate that when we get it flipped over, and then of course see how good or how bad these waves are going to be over here, you know. So I'll be back. I think it's time to go ahead and get it flipped over. There's not much to grab on, unfortunately. I can't run the slings underneath because the casting, there's no through holes. The only hole is, I don't know if you guys can see, bad lighting or not, but is the hole that's large enough just for the lead screw to go through. So I'm having to grab on the lead screw, but I got wedges there, so it's not going to try to pull up, so we're not bending the lead screw. So hopefully I can get this up and off with no drama. Hopefully it's not going to want to tip until I'm ready for it to tip. So let me get you set up over here, and we'll get it lifted up. That's uneventful. Woo, that's so ugly down in there. You guys see that? A little bit, hold on. Man, talk about accumulation of just crap. Wow. Here's the Gibbs strip. So these oil ways, at least they're not packed. That is good. Even the holes look okay. So I guess we'll check out the wear here in a little bit. This is the lock for it. Fairly simple design. Alright, let me get the vacuum out and get to cleaning. I've been collecting all the dirt and grime and grunge that I've been scraping off this table and saddle. You guys can see how deep that bucket is. Now the bucket weighs 2 pounds, so we're at 12. So we got 10 pounds of crap in that bucket. All off of this and this. Man, it definitely needed a cleaning. But the underside looks good. Probably the first light of day this thing has seen since 1937. It's got a plug here. Don't know if that's factory or previous owner plugged that hole, and then we got a hole over here. Don't know if that's factory, supposed to be there, or somebody put it in there for fixturing. I don't know. See how well you guys can see that. So here's that cool brass scale. That's on the table. Trying different lighting positions. Hopefully it's not washing out. Scrubbed it a couple times with super clean and also with that Scotch-Brite pad, but I'll get it off and then clean it again, and I'll probably polish it, you know, put over there on the Scotch-Brite buffer, make it look good so I can actually read it. So that's pretty neat. I like this old stuff. Just getting these old raggedy way wipers off. I'll be replacing them with some new ones. Because they are dried out. Actually, that's probably the best one, but still hard rubber. The other ones are trashed, so get new ones on, and that'll definitely help. Well, you guys are seeing it as I'm seeing it. So, about what I expected. Ton of crap on here. Still see some scraping marks. Let's get this cleaned up. That is good. So actually a little bit better than I thought it would be. You can see here, it does have wear on the ends, like right here, and then right there. It's like the center is actually like what, a little bit high off of the way itself, or that one way the table is sitting on these four corners here. Not sure what this hole is for. It goes down into the box. I don't know if you're supposed to pour some oil in it or something. I don't know. Why would you have the hole there? It does not line up with the hole here that is plugged, or this hole here. So, not really sure what was going on. Unless you can move the table all the way to the far end to be able to access it. Not really sure. But on another note, adding some extra light, let me go over here and show you this very cool light that I picked up. And get over here so you guys can see it a little bit better, hopefully. So me and Bess went antiquing about 6 weeks ago, and this was in a shop. Look at this cool cast iron base. I weighed the base. It weighs 25 pounds. It's got wheels under it, but they're roached. So this light is from the 1920s. How cool is this? This part here is a flexible, so you can, and it rotates. And also, if you undo this, it raises up. So neat and versatile. I don't know, I could see it maybe in like a hospital setting or a dentist office or something. I mean, could you see one of these in the OR over a patient where they're working on them? I mean, I wish this thing could talk. Now the cord was roached, so I replaced it with a period correct cord. And let me see if you guys can read this or not. Not really sure. I'll hold it. I may need to turn the light. So the back of it says Zoalite, Z-O-A-L-I-T-E, by the Burdick Corporation from Milton, Wisconsin. Patent January 19, 1915, and April 3, 1923, others pending. So, like I said, cool light from the 20s. Had to have it. It's going to live over there at the boring mill, add extra light. But it works good here for working on the project and giving extra light for filming. So let me start cleaning up, and I guess I'll just show you what I discover, or not discover. All right, here comes airmail. Ready? Pew! You gotta drop it over here now. You gonna make me work again? Good boy. You have a good day in the shop, huh? I take that as a yes. Really? You're supposed to drop it over here. It's got, I guess you call this like an inspection cover off. And look at the grease. Good Lord, is this thing packed. I mean, I guess it's better than being bone dry, but holy cow. I mean, good Lord. Wow. And you guys need smell-o-vision too, because this stinks. Whew. Man, this is rough. Alrighty. Let me get to cleaning, and I'll bring you back. Even though it kind of looks like a disaster in there, we got a little bit of good news. So if you remember, I was talking about this lever here. This engages the table feed, and this is the only movement that we've got. So I was thinking, uh-oh, something's probably wrong, something broken in there. We'll have to investigate it when we get in. Well, it's actually working properly. Let see if I can get you guys in a good spot. So it only has to move a little bit to engage. So right now, if you look down there, so the feed rod would come through here and it would drive this gear right there, which in turn drives this gear, which in turn drives the table. So, and if you undo it right there, so I don't know if you guys can see right there at the edge of the screwdriver, so where the teeth engage. So it's just a small movement. So basically you just have drive teeth going in like this to drive each other and come out. So now we're disengaged. So hopefully you guys can see that and it's making sense. So that's good. So this is actually working. That's good to know. Now, it probably didn't help that it was packed with so much grease, and a lot of the grease down there has got, you know, micro bits of metal shavings and whatnot in there, so it didn't help. So I've got the majority of it cleaned out, so pretty happy we don't have to try to delve into this any deeper and fix anything. But haven't found any broken teeth or any large metal chunks to, you know, raise the alarm, so that's good. You know, we do have some wear on the screw, but it's not too terribly bad. I'm not going to do anything about it. So cool. I'll clean this up a little more and then apply a reasonable amount of fresh grease, and then we'll just button this up. Get this lead screw nut out. Need something else to pry on. Hang on. Come on. Hoping this would work, but there we go. Come on. Alrighty. Get it cleaned up and we'll look at it, but it's getting replaced anyways. Got to pull some measurements. Make sure that ball screw nut will fit in there. Well, alrighty. Everything is all cleaned up. Do have one question for you guys. So you see the oil grooves that was originally put in this casting there and there. So what are your thoughts? Leave them in the comments. Should I continue these grooves out since they didn't, you know, take them, you know, something like that on all four? Because I'm thinking that's probably why we've got wear here and here, there and there on the four extremities, because oil was getting here and getting here. I mean, look how nice that is, you know. This is the bottom, so that table's riding on this. So I mean, obviously it was getting oil right there and here. Still got the original scrapings. So I'm thinking that's probably what we should do. It'd probably way be beneficial, because otherwise I don't think these four corners are getting oil. And there she is. I got a few more pounds. So the total number is, we're at almost 16 pounds of crap minus the bucket, which is 2 pounds. So that's 14 pounds of stuff that came off of the table and the saddle. Is that crazy or what? Man. But I think this is probably a good place to end the video. So I'll hit up McMaster Car. It's gonna hurt, but I'll go ahead and get that ball screw and ball screw nut ordered, and we can get on to fixing that into there and get this onto the table and get everything working. I have somewhat of a plan of attack concerning this here. You know, I think I want to do is use a couple pieces of it, and I think that will make it for a good video. Plus it'll be cheaper too, because about every foot on that ball screw is a couple $100. So if I only have to order 4 feet and then I can add the ends off the old one, that's way cheaper than trying to order 6 or 7 feet, you know what I mean? So I think that's going to be the plan. Well, alrighty, I appreciate you guys watching this episode. I know it wasn't too exciting. Didn't know what we'd find. Didn't find you know, too many surprises, so that is good. I'm glad the engagement for the table is not broken. It just was full of gunk and grease, and you know, the movement for it to engage and disengage is not that much. So that was what was kind of, you know, baffling. But now I know that how it works, we'll be good to go. And I want to give a couple shout outs here. James P over there at the Shed Shop. He's got a YouTube channel. He's a hobby machinist and collector of tools and instruments. So go over there and check out his channel. I know he'd appreciate a sub and some views. And also Todd up there in Canada. His channel's Acme Machining. He just crossed over 1,000 subscribers. I know he's trying to get his channel to grow, so go over there and check his content out. Give him a sub if you like it. He just did a nice 2-part series on upgrading his steady rest, changing the brass fingertips to rollers, which is a really good upgrade. At some point I'd like to do that to, shoot, all 3 of my steady rests. But it's way down in the bottom of the list. I got so many things to do, so I'm not sure when I'll ever get to it. But it was a good series, so go check those 2 guys out. And as always, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. And all you new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Hopefully we'll be getting into some machining content. But right now I'm just trying to get this boring mill knocked out. Say that 3 times fast. So you know. But I think we'll have some machining coming up with that lead screw. So hang tight. Until then, we'll see you guys. Take care. Bye.